Morning. It's Wednesday, November 20th. And as usual, when I go out the first thing in the morning and I release my rant to the general public, I then start to look for interesting stories that I can tell that most people won't find. And sometimes I concentrate on subjects that deal with anti-Semitism or subjects that deal with some fighting that's going on around the world. There are many different subjects that I can find that I believe are interesting and have some twist to it that makes these stories more interesting. And so I found a story this morning from a place in Ohio called Cayuga County, and it turns out that there was a judge there, a judge whose name is Timothy Grendel. Now, he's prepared to ask the Cayuga County Commissioners for $300,000 for his personal legal fees in his fight to avoid being suspended from the bench. Now, I don't believe that anybody in his particular position is entitled to special treatment because he's a judge and because he carried out some action that is contrary to what his behavior should have been. You see, he is a probate and juvenile court judge, and he was scheduled to go before the commissioners on a Tuesday last week to request all this money. And why is he requesting this money? Because he wants the county to pay his fee because he's defending a disciplinary proceeding against him that's occurring in the Ohio Supreme Court because of actions that he took that were deemed to be out of line. And those actions deal with two teenage brothers, 13 and 15 years old, who he put in jail for 3 days because they refused to meet with their father, who apparently had mistreated them during their lives. And of course, the father and the mother were divorced, and they don't usually see this father that often. And they refused to see him, partly because of his actions and partly because of the pandemic that was going on. And for some reason, Judge Grendel decided that these boys deserved to be put in jail for refusing to meet with their father. Now, is that the action that a sensible jurist would take in a case of two juveniles who didn't do anything wrong? They didn't destroy any property, they didn't curse, they didn't carry on according to the story. They just refused to meet with their father. Now, I don't know what their father does, and I don't know what the father's relationship with Judge Grendel is. But does it make any sense to me, if you're a reasonable jurist, that you make a decision like that? And then, when you end up in trouble and you have to go to court to defend your position, you want the people of the county to pay for your misbehavior, for your not thinking properly? Why? Why should that be the case? And the Judge Grendel is claiming that the authorities authorities in the county are responsible, and they must assist a judge or a court when that person runs into trouble. They must assist the court when he has taken an action in which the court is a party. You know his action is unsanctioned, and it's his decision. He didn't go before anybody else to make this decision. He made a snap decision. He put those kids in jail. And now he has attorneys that are charging him $200 an hour to defend him. And he wants the county to pay that $200 an hour. And these attorneys specialize in representing judges and lawyers who are accused of wrongdoing. If he's such a great jurist, he could defend himself. So in any event, this man, this judge, Grandel, he took off from the courtroom and he hasn't returned yet. But he's expected to return sometime next week. And the commissioners are trying to get hold of him to talk to him, to make him understand that he's responsible for his actions and that the county has no business to pay for his attorney fee. His actions were taken out of whack, but he denies any wrongdoing. And he says he based his decision on one of the key allegations against him because of some kind of mental health report by some expert. And he has claimed that none of his other cases are under review, and none of his other cases apparently have been appealed. But when he was questioned after he jailed the two teenagers who didn't want to see their estranged father in the middle of this custody dispute, he had those boys arrested and they were not released until the Monday morning. And in the mind of those prosecuting this case, they feel very strongly that this Judge Rendell deserves state disciplinary action. And this is going to go to a court, to a board of professional conduct for a further hearing. So this guy put himself in this position, and it's costing him a fortune to get out of it. And he wants to keep working. If he was smart, he would take his sentence, not pay all these lawyers money to save his ass, spend his year and a half figuring out what to do with the rest of his life, but not beg for $300,000. I'm surprised that anybody in authority in Cayuga County would even listen to this guy's case. So I leave you with that. Nonsense going on in Ohio. A judge who deserved to be suspended, not taking his punishment easily and wanting the people of Ohio to pay for his ignorance and his defense. So I leave you with that this morning. A case of a justice who is demanding injustice. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.